So tell me, if you were trying to advise a college professor, college student, a high school teacher, a high school student, about how genocide prevention can be done, what would you personally tell them?
What would I tell a college student who wanted to participate? His heart has risen to a wish to do something about genocide. Which path can I go on, the student is asking. There are today paths there never were, including, for some, going and studying the subject itself. There are now many master's programs. There are undergraduate programs, there are master's programs, Holocaust and genocide, human rights and genocide, in the United States, in Europe. There's one program in Europe which involves a joint program of 4 universities, United Kingdom, Poland, Italy, Germany. Beautiful. There's one PhD program at this time, an excellent one at Clark University in the United States, which has already turned out a good number of full-blown professionals for this field. And there are always possibilities of doing a PhD in a known scholarly track like history, like sociology, like psychology, like philosophy, focusing on aspects of genocide with professors who are involved in that subject. But there are also many other opportunities. One can become a professional, a physician, a sociologist, whatever profession. There are contributions that each professional can make to the subject of genocide. You can study international law and develop a specialty in reparations, a specialty in negotiation for prevention of genocide. You can be a physician and you can concentrate on developing humanitarian tools for bringing medical relief to victims of genocide in so many places in the world. All the professions have roles to play and are beginning to play such roles on the scene.
But how do we take someone who is not going to go professionally into this? How do we create a human spirit that will not be allowing genocides to occur? How do we train ourselves as human beings to not allow genocide in the world? The human spirit. How do we train the human spirit to not allow genocide?
How do we train the human spirit not to allow genocide? Some people have a gift. It comes up spiritually inside of them. But I, for some years now, am proposing the creation of a new worldwide campaign to teach and reinforce in all cultures the sacredness of human life. I propose, for example, that the leaders of many different religions join together. I propose that they, in turn, join with the best folk singers and the sports heroes of a given culture and military heroes of a given culture and political leaders in what I call a worldwide campaign for life. I have suggested that such an organizational structure could be begun by bringing together the victims of genocides of several peoples, no longer in separate organizations for their nationality, but together, creating an organization for protecting human life. I call it R2L, standing for Right to Life. It follows on a concept that has achieved intellectually significance in the last 5 or so years, called R2P, Right to Protection, which in short is revolutionary for countries. It used to be no country may intervene in another country's behaviors. R2P, which is becoming legally adopted by any number of bodies, says that if any given country sees in another country mass murder is taking place, and that country is doing it or will not stop it, that there is a right, in fact, an obligation for other countries and for international bodies to go to intervene. R2L, I propose to be a worldwide campaign led by the United Nations, by international businesses, using the best public relations, entertainment, educational techniques in the mass media, with songs for life. You imagine your best baseball player, your best soccer player, your fine, outstanding physician who created a cure for some disease, your military hero, and they stand together and they lead us. The producers and the artists of this world know how to do it. In one culture after another, not a once a year telethon, but a repeated program with short and long messages to the world in every language, in every culture, not for 1 year, over a period of, say, 10 years. Message: it's time to really respect human life and not to kill. Will that influence people? The answer certainly is it will influence a lot of people, because you can sell anything using those techniques. And this is an awfully good idea that really does appeal to one part of the human heart. There's a killer in the human heart, but there's also a caring, merciful, wanting to live, understanding that other people want to live, part in the human heart. This is intended to mobilize it.